Hey guys, if you're liking the videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share. Also, if you want to talk directly to me, follow me on Instagram and send me a message there. So in this video, we'll be talking about Herod from Parfums de Marly. This is for sure one of the best from the house, one of my favorites. This and Carlisle are my favorites from the house. So let's start with the presentation here. I don't have the box for this one anymore. I threw it off. But beautiful presentation, just like all other Parfums de Marly. Beautiful bottle. Very heavy too. So as for the notes, here we got top notes of cinnamon and pepper. In the middle, tobacco leaf, incense, osmanthus, and lapdanum. In the base, vanilla, isoe super, musk, cedar, cypriol oil, and vetiver. So pretty much what I get here, what I get most on this fragrance is the tobacco. Tobacco is the dominant note here, followed very closely by the vanilla and fruity touches. There's no fruity note listed on this fragrance for this fragrance. However, it is clearly, this one clearly has a fruity touch to it. So like I said, tobacco, vanilla, and fruits. To me, the fruity note here smells like dried fruits. So tobacco, vanilla, and dried fruits. Delicious, so good. But I also get touches of cinnamon, touches of the pepper. I get a lot of those notes too. Cinnamon, pepper. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I get most here. Vanilla, tobacco, dried fruits, cinnamon, and pepper. That's what I get most from this fragrance. This one doesn't change much in my opinion. It opens very strong on the tobacco and stays like that for a good amount of time, like let's say like 6 hours maybe. The way it opens, it stays for about 6 hours. Then when it gets to the end of the dry down, you get a lot of the vanilla, a little bit of musk. Yeah, the dry down is pretty much dominated by the vanilla. So a lot of the vanilla, a little bit of musk, and you still get a tiny bit of tobacco and those dried fruits, and also the spices, but very little. Like I said, the dry down is pretty much dominated by the vanilla. However, the dry down here is amazing. This is not a boring dry down like a lot of fragrances. The dry down here is delicious, delicious, just like the opening. And like the opening is amazing. The opening until like 6 hours into the fragrance. But like I said, the dry down is also delicious, fantastic. The smell here is amazing for the whole time of the fragrance, for the whole life of the fragrance. To me, this would easily be in a top 3 best tobacco scents. This and Naxos. I think the smell here is better than Naxos to my nose. I like this one more than Naxos. However, this one is not as loud as Naxos because this one doesn't project much. Naxos projects a lot. This one doesn't. I would say this is more of a sensual, intimate tobacco because it's close to the skin. It projects moderately for the first 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. Then after that, it sits very close to the skin. So people need to be very close to you to smell the fragrance. Like I said, in my opinion, more of an intimate, sensual fragrance. But like I said, this is amazing smelling. The smell here is divine, just like Naxos. I like Naxos a lot too, but this one's even better in my opinion, the smell. Especially the dry down. The opening of both fragrances until the middle of the life of both fragrances is pretty debatable which one is better. But at the dry down, this one's definitely better than Naxos, much better in my opinion. The only downside of this fragrance is the performance, but don't get me wrong, I get a lot of longevity with this one. I get 12 hours plus. But like I said, this doesn't project much. Projects average, moderately. Yeah, it doesn't project much, guys. Yeah, this, like I said, this to me, this is more of a intimate, sensual fragrance. It sits closer to the skin. The only downside is the projection. The only downside. But like I said, delicious, lovely fragrance. For sure would be in my top 3 best tobacco scents, there with Naxos. Also, my favorites from Parfums de Marly are Harrod and Carlisle. Carlisle is my number 1. However, it is very close between the two, very debatable. Both smell amazing, amazing. So to me, it's very debatable. This could easily be my number 1 Parfums de Marly, easily. But I think I still prefer Carlisle more. Also, Carlisle is a beast in performance. So that's something to consider. So that's it. I'll give you guys my final ratings on this one. As for the smell, I'll give this a 9.5, maybe a 10, but I'll leave it at 9.5. As for the performance, I'll give this a 9, considering the longevity. However, if I consider projection, I would give this like a 7, maybe an 8. But considering longevity, I'll give this a 9. And as for the versatility, I'll give this a 7. This is definitely a colder weather fragrance. This cannot be used on the hot weather, on the hotter days. This is perfect for the colder weather, for the winter. This is definitely a nighttime fragrance. I don't see this one being used during the day. This one has nothing to do with the daytime. Definitely a colder weather, nighttime fragrance. Can be used both casually and formally. However, I see this more as a formal fragrance. Like I said, this is amazing for intimate or close encounter situations in general, but amazing for a date or intimate sensual situations. Amazing, guys. Highly recommend this one. One of the best tobacco scents ever. So that's it. Hope you guys liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next video.